So this week's been quite an intense week. The whole process going deeper onto a physical level, and things coming up and out of the body, both like breakouts and toxins coming out of the body, emotional things. I had the session that was very beautiful, went very deep, very emotional, and the hips that I've been having bad hips as well. That's felt like something, a big change going on, because walking's always been my go-to activity really. So not being able to walk around has really been quite a big difference. And I've been stretching, which has been really good for me, I feel. So yeah, it's been quite an intense kind of week, and it's only week 2. To find the prospect of all the challenges I'm yet to face it's a 13-week journey. Appropriately the number 13 for a witch. Anyway, today I did something a little bit different. I went out and foraged first thing in the morning, just a very gentle stroll around a field nearby, and collecting dandelions, nettles and some red clover that I found. I then made my breakfast and some tea out of. So that's the video montage to follow. I hope you enjoy it. Here's my Nature's Bounty for my omelette, and I'm just going to give a little shake and stir through. I'm using a fork because obviously about half of this is nettle tops and I don't want to get too badly stung. Picking out any little blades of grass or any other leaves that we don't know what they are, we don't want to eat them, and also encouraging any little bugs and insects that they should be thinking about moving on. Can't actually see any in there. And the next thing to do is just give those a little rinse under the tap. Just add some herbs. All these Mediterranean herbs are wonderfully beneficial health effects as well. I'm only just learning. Okay, so I'm going to add my leaves in now. Fill up the pan with them, but they will all wilt down. There's a few blades of grass in the bottom of the colander. We're going to avoid putting those in the pan. The thing that I love to add to my morning omelettes is some crumbled feta cheese. It's time to serve up my lovely eggy mess of a breakfast. Super leaves. Let's have a little taste. So nettles are very beneficial. They're possibly anti-inflammatory. They may be boosting your immune system. They're full of vitamins, minerals, fatty acids. They've got all the amino acids. They're antioxidants. There's a variety of other possible things that have been investigated that they may treat, like prostate symptoms, hay fever, blood pressure issues. And the dandelion is the same. It's absolutely packed with all sorts of good stuff. It's an immune booster. It's potentially good for your liver, especially the root. And the tea is good for the kidneys and the bladder. Can possibly help to flush out infections. Very nutritious. Absolutely packed with vitamin K. and anti-inflammatory. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And possible weight loss, and all these things are being investigated medically right now on extracts from the plant. It's as simple as just you can go out in your back garden, grab these things and make some tea out of them and see whether it's a beneficial effect for you. It's very unlikely that they will do you any harm, especially in small reasonable doses. I would suggest before eating any new plant for the first time, with dandelion for example, or any leaves that are not stinging or toxic when raw, you can take a tiny piece and just eat it, very small, like a centimetre square piece of leaf. Chew it up very, very thoroughly. See whether it tastes good to you, whether there's any after effects, tingling on the tongue. If it feels not good to you in any way, don't eat that plant. Definitely don't eat anything that you don't know what it is. Never ever pick and eat plants if you don't know what they are. There are quite a lot of good apps on the market now that help you identify plants in the wild. I use PlantNet. That lets you take a photograph of the plant that you're interested in. You can tell it whether it's the flowers, the leaves or the root of the plant, and it will identify it for you. And then there's normally a little blue link that you can press to go and find out whether it's edible, whether it's beneficial, and how to treat that plant in order for it to become comestible. So yeah, I'm going to now get on with my day filled with the green leafy boost of nettle and dandelion, and I'm in the middle of the afternoon probably I shall relax with a nice cup of dandelion and clover flower tea, and we'll see how that is and how it tastes. I'll probably end up putting some of that delicious chestnut honey in it as well. See you later. Just look at how beautiful my flowers from my tea look. Lovely, bright and colourful. It's hard to believe that it won't cheer you up and do you some good. So I'm just going to pick the flowers off and the leaves of the clover and put some into my little teapot. So here's my dandelion and red clover tea after about 15 minutes of steeping. You can see it's got a very bright yellow colour. Let's try the flavour. I couldn't have said that I knew what the smell of dandelions really was, or that they had a scent, but that's definitely dandelion-y. It's very, very mild, and it more feels like something that hits the back of your nose rather than an actual flavour. But it's not a scent either. It's quite strange, but it's pleasant. I don't think I'll add honey to it because I don't think that will improve it at all. I think I'll just sip it down and then see what effects it has. I've probably got another cupful for a bit later on as well.